Welcome to another live stream. I go by the name YaadBoss. Please like this stream as you enter. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. Alright, my people. The Jayden Smith wall. The Jayden Smith wall. I've received countless phone calls and countless messages over the past week, over the past 2 weeks. YaadBoss, why you throwing the towel? YaadBoss, why did you make that abrupt turn and you just give up on the whole away? I understand. And I feel your pain. And just reflecting, I think I could have handled things much smoother. Instead of just say, you know what, to hell with it. But we have to understand the human toll. So many have voiced their disappointments. And they really and truly can't understand. But there's a couple of reasons. The first is, to be quite honest, is self-preservation. And the second one, right, is the brick wall. I call this brick wall the sacrificial brick wall that I woke up in. I'm there and I'm standing still and I'm waiting for everybody else to reach to that brick wall. That's where I'm at. So I refer to that brick wall as the sacrificial wall. You see, ever since the beginning, there's so many spiritual people who call and make comments and say Jayden was sacrificed. Sister Carrie had said it. Jayden was sacrificed. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. And at the time, I was pushing it aside and I said, no, sir. Sacrifice. No go so. Sacrifice. But my people, there is a world that many of us is not familiar with. And the topic of tonight, on Good Friday, we're going to be looking at sacrifice. Human versus animal. Right? But I just wanted to touch for the first 5-10 minutes, right? Because I know I have some loyal people who subscribe and they tune in to YaadBossTv, right? And they keep on asking, why did you make that turn? So I hit the sacrificial wall. And that's where I believe something sinister happened to Jayden. So this could have been done by a single individual. Remember, my people, me not see it, but that are the wall based on everything that I have done thus far. That is the wall when I book up in, right? And it's basically up to the police them to decide what they want to do, right? Because right now, it is getting into a territory where it is extremely dangerous, and I really don't think people understand, right? So, based on what I'm seeing, is that this could have been done by a single individual who have been tracking Jayden from a very young age, or possibly a group of people. to the investigators who is actually investigating this Jayden Smith case here, do me a beg you now. Don't just fight this with flesh alone. We don't cover on yourself. Pray morning, noon, and night. If you know have family members who are prayer warriors, ask them to pray for you. Because the road we want to go down is not a normal road. And eventually, all of you going to reach there. Eventually, let me send a text message here. All of you going to reach there. Yes. So for those of you who call every day, I want to ask me, Yard Boss, why you throwing the towel? Right? Really and truly, I did not free anybody. Me can't free nobody. I don't have any powers to free anybody from any crime. I just come out here and I be honest with the people them and I tell them exactly what I see and what is going on, right? That the police them down in Mandeville basically have zero interest in the family. When you can call them down there by oneself and ask them, right? What are they doing with the investigation in Jayden Smith case? Yeah. You know, so the information that I provided to you, you can call them and you can verify it. Yeah, their number is there. You can just Google it and you can call them. I'm sure you will get through to somebody. Jayden Smith case is very popular. They'll answer your questions. They'll answer your questions. So that is the wall when we buck up in the sacrificial wall. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You see, it's easy for a lot of people to actually type and comment. But how many of us are brave enough to show ourselves on the screen and be as defiant as I am? Because me know say, nobody can reach me. Yeah. Nobody can run me from nowhere. Almighty created me, you know. Father God. My powers come from the Almighty, not from man. That is where my powers come from. The Almighty, not from man. You could be loud, you could be bad, like bull, buck, and duppy conqueror. That not face me. A lot of people call me and be like, Yard Boss, how you manage in the last 2 weeks? I'm like, what you mean how I manage? I don't understand what you say. How I manage? Because of internet beating. Listen, if you understand how algorithms work, right? Nobody can cancel you. It's impossible. Yeah. You can lock up shop right here. You can start again from scratch doing something else. But I have some core people over here who believe in me, not just for the Jayden Smith case alone, right? And views are down somewhat now because I did not make the pivot yet, right? I'm just doing I was doing like a scavenger hunt series for people to just open people's minds, right? And then maybe like Monday or so, then we'll actually make the pivot and start covering current events that is going on in Jamaica that more and more people is going to be familiar with, right? So that is what we're going to do. So yes, my people, in this case right here, it's not just going after a specific set of family, right? And me are telling you that even some people may consider like really, really good friends, them around far. Not saying that they know what's happening now. But Maybe they've heard something, a spidey, somebody said, don't touch it. Yeah, man, them run far, far, far from it. Yeah. So trust and believe. If it's one individual who did this, we may have a chance. If it's a group of people that is considered the untouchables, dag niya musapa. No say me not gonna lie to you. Me not have it in me for lie to you. Because if I was doing this for views and money, I would be lying to you and pack up over here with 600, 700, 1,000 people a night time and continue to lead everybody go astray. And I know some of the people them who watch me, they understand what I'm talking about because they are well versed in the underworld. And it's nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. Because we have some people walking the face of this earth. Not saying that they're powerful, but sometimes them act like God. Yeah. Me know I am strong spiritually. I'm strong physically also because I'm well protected. You know, and that is what me I go beg. Every single person who say them I investigate on this a Jayden Smith case, yeah. If you guys are weak spiritually, I would say try and work on that. If you are weak physically, where you can't, me not talk about to get up and fight, you know. Me not talk about get up and fight, no. Like you need two protection, physical and spiritual protection to fight the battle. Yeah, but that's the brick wall when we reach. I reach to the sacrificial brick wall, my people. Yes, that is only there. Big up everybody that is in the live stream. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section as we go along. Please like the live stream. And if this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, this is where you're going to get honesty. You know, honesty, regardless of what people say. This is where you're going to get honesty. And I hear like, I really don't really want to address it, you know, like gifting, right? Like on TikTok, I'm known, right, as someone who gives, right? I'm a giver. In TikTok, in the rankers circle, right? The shooters is the ones that actually make the app go around. The creators, them, when you turn on your screen and nobody no come give you, you go to your bed hungry, right? So I see gifting over there as if I have it, then I'll give. You know, nothing that I give, nobody give it to me or nobody buy me out. None of that. Never that. Nobody can buy me out. For Jayden Smith. Nobody can buy me out. And if anybody slip up in this process here, they would have gone to prison. They would have definitely gone to prison. But the forces that is involved in the Jayden Smith case, as I say, I don't know if it's one individual and I don't know if it's a group of people. I don't know that. I don't know. All right, the idea of sacrifice, that is what we're going to go down today now, right? The idea of sacrifice. So sacrifice is not rare, right? We all make sacrifices in our daily life, right? But some of us as human beings, we take sacrifice to the extreme. I want to just stay with me throughout this process here. I'm a beggar now. As you go through these live streams on the Jayden Smith case, right? You just open on your eye and on your ears and just look at everything that you want to see in front of your eyes with a different set of lens. Everybody will listen to me. The same thing over here. Want to listen everything intently. Okay? Listen everything intently. Because something sinister is going on. I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up. Sacrifice. So every decision has a cost. The hidden question is, what are you really trading? People rarely see sacrifice as sacrifice in the moment, right? So sacrifice is not something strange or distant. It is something we all do every single day. When you wake up early instead of sleeping in, that is a sacrifice. When you choose discipline over comfort, that is a sacrifice. But here's where it gets deeper. Every sacrifice is an exchange. You are always trading something. The real question is not whether you are sacrificing. The real question is what you are sacrificing and what you expect in return. So let's take, for example, when you fast, right? Fasting. So most people will fast to feel better, for better health, right? To lose weight or just good mental clarity, right? That is some form of sacrificing. You're sacrificing yourself, right? Food. You not eat because you want to fast for some spiritual connection or better health. Now, throughout history, some people took this idea much further. They believe that if you give up something valuable enough, you can force a result, not earn it, not grow into it, but force it. That mindset right there is where things begin to shift from healthy sacrifice into dangerous territory. My people, what we are doing is we're building up from basic sacrifices, day-to-day activity, to the ultimate sacrifice. Putting somebody on an effigy or putting somebody, a human being, on an altar. Those things in the world that we live are very real. I know dead people alone, them burn. Them burn people alive too. Yes, my people. And that is what you guys really and truly need to understand, that we have some people walking the face of this earth that believe that they are gods. And some of them could be right among us. You see, anybody is capable of taking a life. Yes, once you have working hands, yeah, everybody is capable of doing that. Some of us wouldn't just go out of our way and do that. We would rather that come via self-defense, right? If you have to protect yourself, you don't really give a damn who is standing in front of you, right? You want to protect your life, and whosoever your loved ones are, yeah, you're going to do anything to protect those lives. But who would be somebody who would be able to carry out a sacrifice? Everybody can do it. Somebody who is well experienced. Let's take, for example, not somebody who actually murder human beings on a regular basis, because I know even some of them bad man there, we say them are notorious gangster. Whenever they pass on and you read their diaries, they're living every single day in fear. The dopey where they make them night in, night out. Some people is not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. So now, what you would find is this, right? And I've seen it throughout history. Those who deal with livestock on a regular basis, right? You cut the throat of the goat, you cut the throat of the cow, you cut up this, you cut out the organ. That coming like second nature to those people, right? And in some cases, those people actually transition into the sinister world and carry out those acts because them the thing they no normal. But even so, my people, anybody will carry out anything like that, they are living with some form of guilt in them. Mm-hmm. They are living with guilt. They are paranoid. Yes, my people. Mm-hmm. They are paranoid. So that is sacrifice. Let's continue. So we're saying that throughout history, some people take this idea much further, right? The sacrifice. They believe that if you give up something valuable enough, you can force a result. Not earn it, not grow into it, but force it. That mindset right there is where things begin to shift from healthy sacrifice into dangerous territory. Mhm. Have you ever made a decision you later realize cost you much more than you expected? Let me know in the comment section. Visible sacrifice versus hidden sacrifice. That is the topic of today, Good Friday, sacrifice. For those of you who missed the update on Jayden Smith when this live stream ends, you can go back to the top and then you can watch it. All right. So psychology of power and gain. The fear of failure drive extreme behavior. Let's take a look at that one. The fear of failure drive extreme behavior. In the last live stream, right, we looked at using your subconscious mind for good. But when you have these people doing that, they're using their subconscious mind for bad. Mm-hmm. Now, let's take a look at somebody like Jayden Smith now, right? I mean, I tell him, I talk to some people, even officers, right? I like studying this thing. And me ask, say, why Jayden would be a prime suspect for somebody to sacrifice? And then them say lineage. They look at his brilliance, right? They want him soul. They want him energy. So Jayden Smith was the perfect energy for people to sacrifice. That's what we get from those reasoning. Jayden Smith was the perfect. You see, in the beginning, when we hear the sacrifice, me I say, I want to them mad people. Yeah. I see him, so me I say to myself, I want to them people. Yeah. What's wrong with them and this sacrifice every minute? So what we have is, instead of people tapping into their subconscious mind to think of ideas to get ahead, them believe in cutting the corner. Fear of failure drives extreme behavior. So now they must say, no, let me try this. Because them probably see this happen right here, so. And them go try it. And as we go along in this lecture tonight, we're going to see the build-up of what happened. Mm-hmm. The sacrifice leads to the burning, and the body will be no more. Disappear, gone, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So if this child was indeed sacrificed, the body is no longer around. The body gone. So nobody now go find not a body if this is what indeed happened to this little boy. Yeah? So we're saying that the fear of failure drive extreme behavior. Power feels like safety to some people. The illusion of control. So you would find a bunch of sick, deranged people are involved in these practices. They think they have the power. Yes, and for some people who are not really spiritually inclined, they would be afraid. They would be very, very afraid. Me can go walk in a graveyard late at night and me not afraid of nothing. Yeah. Me can walk through a graveyard at night time. I'm not afraid of nothing. No. What dead people are going to do to me? Huh? A lot of people would be afraid to go down a Maypen cemetery and go walk through Maypen cemetery. A lot of people would be afraid. A lot of people would be afraid to even go down to a morgue and go look on dead people. Me not afraid of that. Me not afraid of that. Only one funeral will me go to. And me never really look too much on the person. That was my brother's funeral. Yeah. And the reason why I really didn't look at my brother's funeral when he made the casket is not because of fear. It's because I didn't want that image to stay with me. I wanted to remember him as somebody who is alive. And that is how I remember him. Whenever he comes in my vision, because he comes in my vision, right? So I'm sure he is walking with me on this journey called life, same way. Whenever I see him, I don't see him when he was sick for 3 years. I don't see him that way there. And I did that on purpose, even like he got a stroke when he was pretty young because he used to drink a lot. And I visited once, but my mom always like call and do video calls with him. And she asked me like, so why don't you do like video calls? I say, once you do it and you update me, right, what you see. But I was in constant contact with the doctors because I was the one who make like final decisions for him, right? Because it was too much for my mother to handle. She would normally like say, okay, what do you think? Should we pull the plug now? Right? And me say, let's give him some more time. Yeah, we gave him a fighting chance. But yeah, I never visit much. I never look at him in the casket much because I didn't want that final image to stay with me. Yeah, we were 2 years apart. We were very close, you know. Brilliant, brilliant mind. Very, very bright boy. Very bright. Woolmars. She used to go to Woolmars. Bright, bright, bright. Yeah. Yes, my people. So the illusion of control. Desperation changes moral boundaries. You see, the thing is this. And I used to always tell him this, my brother. He was 2 years my senior. Me used to always tell him this. Never you chase money. Don't chase it. Just relax. One cocoa, full basket. But him never listen. Him never listen. And I think that's what led him to the path of alcoholism. Desperation changes moral boundaries. One time I hear him take a flight to Jamaica. And with them same go Jamaica go do. Yes, this a banana easy, you know. A bathe in a goat blood and me I say, for what? Somebody with not a master's degree, but a bachelor's, very, very bright, you know. But the constant chase to want it right now, you know, and then when you not get it right now, you go into a depression, and then you start go that direction there. And some people, instead of bathing in a goat blood, instead of cutting a goat neck, them go to the extreme and then become very barbaric. Me don't know where them find them the thing they from. Are in the Bible? Me don't know if that even in the Bible. Them go to the extreme and them say, all right, me try the goat. And me not get nothing. They look for a prime spirit before them turn 13. Jayden was 12, going on 13. Prime spirit energy. This acacia is not a normal one. But eventually, I do believe that they'll catch on. I'm not going to call the name. Let me just say, eventually, they will catch on. But that is the brick wall, right? Nobody can run me off a Jayden Smith case. I own this channel, right? And yeah, I know like most of the people that call me and them say, yeah, boss, but I understand what you say, but you build way up and then you just throw in the towel and then you just run away so. But if you need that wrestle with me, I wrestle with. When me go whoop my son, and me go look and me say, ratty dool. And what is me go buck up in? You see, you have to understand, my people. That's why me always, even with people who surround me, right? I always tell them, say, even if you get master's, bachelor's, doctorate, whatever, it's always good for you to continue self-education, reading audiobooks, all of them things, not just the Bible, right? Because books train your mind. And when you keep on training your mind, you're seeing things that other people just nah see. 99% of the population them nah go see what you are see. Have you ever heard the term the 1%ers? 1%ers just does not just mean the ultra rich. No, money alone don't make you rich, you know. Freedom make you rich. Liberty, happiness, that is richness. Yes. Financial independence, where you can get up and just go wherever you want to go. You don't have to have this millions and millions of dollars. No, you need to have that. No. But this case right here is the perfect example, the Jada Smith case, that shows you that everybody don't see the same. There's a minute few that can see clearly. A minute few. And when people don't agree, they tend to lash out. Yes, they tend to lash out. But to my subscribers, to my hardcore subscribers, I apologize to you. My head did hot. Because I tell you, it takes some mad people to take on this case, Yeah, man, my head did hot. And I said, to hell with it. But I was not thinking about the people them who have my number and who call me and who send me messages every single day. I was not thinking about the feelings. Yeah, I was not thinking about the feelings. Because what I was thinking about is, why them can't get it? Why them can't get it? But the brick wall, when you run up in the sacrificial war. And eventually them gonna get there, May I tell you 100%, eventually them are gonna reach at that the wall there. Watch. Me tell you no. Watch and see. Watch and see. Everybody with them call, pan go run away. Only think I just my personal connection alone me call. Me call pastor. Me call visionaries. We say them can see this and them can see that. My name's a boss. I have to call you back. When I hear me, I say, when you must think a joke, when you must really think a joke, me say them say boss. Me have to call you back. And I know, no call back. They're afraid. All right, let me just give you a little nugget. Because we have a lot of people who are naive in this world. You never hear of Jeffrey Epstein? You never hear of organ harvesting? You can do all the way a thing about too. And you worth millions of dollars. Are you going to be sitting with millions of dollars and you're in need of a kidney? You're in need of a new heart. You go sit down and wait for somebody meeting an accident for you to get the heart and for you to get the kidney. Don't wake up and smell the coffee. The world is not what it seems. It is not what it seems. I knew that before attacking this case here, and I never knew that I would have buck up when me buck up in this case. I never. Me never know. A whole heap of people go missing, you know. Think I just did Jayden alone? Whole heap of pitney, poor people pitney, whole heap of teenagers, almost adults, go missing without a trace. Where them there? No using the head, no man. Where them there? And not just Jamaica alone. Me tell you one day, I buck up in this man, big white man. And I look upon him. And him look upon me. And I say, you work for Blackwater? And the man look upon me and say, oh, you know that? Oh, you know that? Because he had that look. You don't know what Blackwater is? You don't go research. That is in the homework. He just look upon him. You can see say he's an ex-military man. And the way how him a move. Say you work for Blackwater. You know what he's saying do? Him go all over the world. And he chase people who actually do children trafficking children from here to there. And him say, that is a world that you don't want to get involved with because it's very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And in our little land of Jamaica is the perfect place. Or sometimes even police afraid. Perfect place. But the reason why Jayden Smith case stands out, and I think a lot of people now really see it, is because there's a family connection to it. If that the little boy, the foot never injured, and Jayden Smith went missing, Jayden Smith would have been a one-day story in the newspaper. When you hear me say Tony? Some people are looking at it and saying, okay, it's this way and it's this direction only. Which is perfectly fine. Not try to convince nobody, no otherwise. Perfectly fine. Yes. Very sinister. All right, let's continue. So people don't wake up one day and decide to do something extreme. It usually starts with pressure, financial pressure, social pressure, the fear of being left behind, and slowly the mind begins to justify things it would normally reject. So if this was a single individual that had some financial problems and them head sick no good, but a line in a crazy mad smaddy, I watch Jayden, I track Jayden, And I said, this a little boy, you're bright, and brilliant. His spirit is pure. Them know him. Know when him got turn 13. And just by coincidence, them put him on the altar. Do what them need to do with him. And burn him. We have some sick people to walk in the face of this earth, yeah. Mad people. And when them do them thing, they them feel like they are gods, and they feel like they are powerful, and they feel like they are mighty. And sometimes when they speak, because they feel like they have this spiritual thing, deranged lunatics, they feel like them have this higher calling. But me say to you, if you not fight this case here, and you're spiritually weak, anybody can say anything and anybody can dictate how you move. But I say to my subscribers, me can pick up my flag anytime you want. Pick up my flag. Me just say for now, I am at a crossroads. That is what me do. At a crossroad, waiting for clarity. That's what me do. Me not done with it. Me understand how YouTube algorithm work. Heaven flows. Tomorrow me can come out and drop a bombshell. And then the whole of the sheeps them run come back. Yard boss, yard boss. That is human psychology. But for everybody in this live stream right here, continue to believe in me. I am not leading you astray. I'm going to tell you the truth. And if me did love money, and if I was running down money, I would be on the same path like everybody else. Open up in the mind now. And understand now. Huh? You don't want some honesty? Let me show you some honesty right here. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Real numbers. Let's be a little candid here. All right, let's remove this. Let's stop this. Let's be a little candid. And I'll show you something. I'm going to show you some real numbers, money. Let's do that. Not that. I want to go to YouTube. Let's do this. I'm going to show you, but nobody else will show you. And we're going to see who are run down money from who now run down money. Let's do that. So what we're going to, let's see if it will change, right? We're going to YouTube Studio, right? Let me blow this up. And we're going to show you money right now, right? Make sure you this a boy you're not frightened over money. Tell anybody else to do this. All right. So what we're going to go to here, we're going to go to, all right, let's go to our video. Let's do that. Let's go to our video, a live stream. And we're going to find Sister Kirian's live stream. 1 second. I'm going to show you guys YouTube payouts. Nobody else would do this. Nobody else is going to do this. Where is that live stream? Just give me a second. Was that a video? It was a live stream I did. Okay, it's okay. I think I'm getting to it. 1 second. YaadBoss okay, it's not that. All right, 1 second. Stay with me. Stay with me. Just stay with me for a second, my people. Okay, that's not it. Almost there, almost there. Come on, Sister Kieran, where you there? Not that. All right, here is Sister Kieran. Okay. Full transparency. Oh, let me just escape. Okay. So this is Sister Kieran right here, right? This is where I did a comparison between the vision, right, and the reality. And to date, in this video right here, paid out $250. Okay. And let's see what the, see if I can see it here. Oh, I'm not seeing what the click-through thing is. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But anyway. So if I'm in this for money, I would not take the turn that I took. Would I continue pushing for videos like these? That's what I would continue to do. Right or wrong? Tell me how many people gonna show all of this, right? So nobody now gonna show this. Nobody now gonna show that. Not a soul. Right? So this is not money. If it is about money, either continue down the path and ride the wave. Ride the wave. And many more videos like that. And this is a very small channel compared to others. So we're saying that people don't just wake up one day and decide to do something extreme. It usually starts with pressure, financial pressure. If me did hungry and I starve, I would not be truthful to the people then. Would I continue to lead you astray? Continue to lead you astray. So where I say them sinister bastards there, right? Them have financial pressure, social pressure, the fear of being left behind, and slowly the mind begins to justify things that it would normally reject. There's also something else, control. When people feel like life is unpredictable, they look for ways to control outcomes. And if they believe there is a method, a ritual, or a system that can guarantee success, they become willing to cross the line they once believed were unbreakable. Yes, my people. So the truth is, desperation can rewrite your morals if you're not grounded. It can convince you that the end result matters more than the process. And once that belief takes hold, anything can start to feel acceptable. Financial problems. Instead of using a brain to think, be creative, and work your way out, your delusional mind say, we don't know where them get it from. Whoosh God them a pray to. Say this a 12-year-old is ripe for the taking. If you go slash him up, drain him blood, and go burn him. And then I will gain financial riches. But I don't think them get anything out of this a sacrifice, but torment. I don't think them get anything out of this a sacrifice, but torment. Them powers gone. Them not have no powers. Them a spin, them a spin, them a roll, them a roll. Them not have no powers. Powers gone. Father God alone have powers. This a boy cannot tame. I am just at the wall waiting. To all of the subscribers of the YaadBossTv channel, to all of the members of the YaadBossTv channel, I have never, ever told you a lie. I have never, ever told you a lie. I'm at the wall waiting. That is where I'm at the wall waiting. This life that we live, how many times do we live it? Once, right? Once. As far as I know, live it once. We recognize a killer when we see a killer. A lot of people don't recognize a killer when they see a killer. Me recognize a killer when I see a killer. And there are a couple of them who me see regularly. And them know, so me know them. No make the preppy boy look fool you. No make that fool you. Prayer warriors, keep on praying. Because at any given time, that the white flag there can pick up. And if me start again, hell and powder house. But right now, we're gonna be calm. And we're just gonna make things play out a little longer. But me still in the fight with them. Even if you don't see me I beat it day in, day out, I'm still in the fight with all of the subscribers them over here. Every single one of you that did not hit that unsubscribe and stay, me have no back. Me got no back. This a boy got no back. And if somebody ever go to prison for Jayden Smith, me not gonna lie to no, you not gonna find him body. I would be shocked if I sacrifice them, sacrificing. Let's get to the effigy and the altar. Let's get to the effigy and the altar. We know we have some of them in the church will understand exactly what we are talking about. And what a lot of these people not understand is that me feel it. Right now, me feel it. That the people them responsible for what happened to Jayden is watching us. They're monitoring us. Our every move, they're monitoring. I don't know if it's one person. And I don't know if it's a group of people. Because if this case was not what it is, some of the people them when we call would not run away and turn a blind eye because of self-preservation. Two things. Self-preservation. Protect yourself spiritually. Protect yourself physically. That is what I call self-preservation. Not just nobody around you. unless it's family. What me say? Not trust nobody around you when it come on to this occasion unless it's family. Mm-hmm. Protect your mental and protect your physical. Mm-hmm. Jayden Smith was a prime spirit. For Smaddy, walking the face of this hurt, we feel like say, them a God. For track, kidnap, put him on the altar, sacrifice him, and burn him ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That is the wall that YaadBoss book up in. All right. Effigy, altars, symbolism. The human need for physical symbol. Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, all religion have some form of symbol. Christianity, what we know is them have the cross. Or they have Jesus nailed upon a cross. All of them things there. Symbolism. Symbolism. Why people use objects to represent something deeper? I guess them feel that the object where them have give them some form of connection to a higher power. I don't believe in a symbolism and them thing there. What I do is, as much as I can, when I get up in the morning, I'll go outside without any shoes. I call it grounding. You just walk around the yard without no shoes. Say my prayer, talk to the universal God. That's what I do. In the morning time, sometime in the evening, grounding, connecting with the land. Always speaking positive thoughts over my life, over my finances, over my household. Always. And you should do the same. Don't talk not negative thoughts, positive thoughts over your life. If anybody try to bully you, you rebuke them in the name of Jesus and run them away. Them no more powerful than you. Rebuke them in the name of Jesus and run them away. For a little bit, you may make them feel like them have the upper hand. Rebuke them in the name of Jesus. And run with that. Them no have no more powers than you. No. They don't. Your powers come from within with the Almighty give you. Ritual environment. Let's take a look at this now. So human beings are deeply symbolic. We attach meaning to objects, places, and actions. An object by itself is just an object. But once meaning is assigned to it, it becomes something more. It becomes powerful in the mind. Effigies and symbolic representation plays a major role in this. They allow people to focus their intention, but they also create a distance from reality. Let me read that again. They allow people to focus their intention, but they also create distance. What this I say is, this is basically describing somebody who is senile, a mad smaddy, who thinks that him can create an altar, an effigy up to whosoever God in the sky, what him a try, crucify, sacrifice this a person here for financial gain or whatever the crazy delusional mind think him a go get when them crucify somebody and burn them. We have people walk in the face of this earth. Don't be naive. It happens. Don't be afraid. It happens. Some more powerful than others. Some will just try a thing. Yes. Some will just try a thing. 1 second, my people. One second. Yes, some will just try it. And it looked like in this case, it was smaddy. We just try a thing. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let's continue. We're an hour and 15 minutes in. Let's finish up. So effigies and symbolic representation plays a major role in this. Talking about symbols, idols. They allow people to focus their intention, but they also create distance from reality, distance from consequences. Because when something is symbolic, it can feel less real, even when the intention behind it is very real. And then you have the altar. The altar becomes a focal point, a place where everything is directed. It is not just about a structure. It is about what people believe happens there. Once belief is strong enough, the environment itself becomes to influence behavior. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Thank you again for joining another live stream. Please like the live. And please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing me on your screen. Again, we're not going to please everyone, but I know we have our core subscriber base in the house. And as I said before, that I will never tell you a lie. And I'm going to read even the detractors' comments tonight. And I'm going to show you what we're up against. Because everybody is watching. Even though we do have a bunch of people over here, they are watching our every move. Our every move. The art of war. That is it. The art of war. Me, buck up, in the war. Me stuck, me can't move. Linda Williams, big up yourself. Good night, good night, good night. All right, justice for Jayden. Anyone who knows something, time is overdue for you to speak up. Them the people they not talk nothing. But make the investigators them continue to investigate. You come back on Jayden. I am my own big man. If you really and truly think that somebody can actually run me off a Jayden Smith case? Really? I threw in the towel, right? But I have hardcore subscribers who call me every day. Today I received maybe like 3 or 4 calls just on Jayden alone. I made one just on Jayden, and I listened, and I decided to address it publicly. No my mouth, no my channel. Yeah. So I addressed it publicly. And what we covered today is sacrifice. Today is Good Friday. Human versus animal sacrifice. It is not a show predominantly on Jayden Smith, right? But what we started out earlier is I told everyone where I ended up. I end up, buck up, in the sacrificial wall. And that's how me reach. Who sacrificing? Me no know. Could be an individual. I could be a group of people. Me no know who sacrificing. That is for the police them to decide. Me no know who sacrificing. Some people say the family member them sacrificing. But if a family member was responsible for murdering Jayden, based on what we know, they would have been behind bars. Based on my investigation. We don't know about nobody else. If somebody else's investigation can send the family them go to prison, fine. Anybody responsible for murdering Jayden should go to prison. Yard boss, you are a wise and honest person. I like your reasoning. God bless you. Thank you. Yes. You are better than me, yard boss. LOL. Yeah. I love everybody, man, because everybody is passionate. Even some of them, may have to block them too, you know. Because some of them, I see them as trolls. Yeah. But yeah, man, I respect everybody in the movie. You never see me come out and bash anybody publicly like that. No, you know, that is not in me. We have one goal, one destiny, and that is justice for Jayden Smith. You know, I just feel like at the stage that we're at, we're probably miles apart, but eventually, Just keep on chipping away. Keep on chipping away. Yeah, people need to be open-minded. That's what I said. They didn't understand what kind of world we live in now. This is a world that we live in now. It's no joke. No joke. No joke. I have my own thoughts on what happened, but I'm here still listening to another perspective. Yeah, and that is it. Like a lot of people, like 99%, we always put it at 99% of the people them still believe that the family is responsible for what happened to Jayden, right? And remember, 6 months in, I was a part of that 99, 100%. But there is a few people that did not believe that the family was guilty. I was not one of them. I was not one of them. But me never eliminate all of the family them, Me say, based on what me see, I think we're going down the wrong direction. That's what me say. But me say, I always leave the door open, right? If there's additional information, what me find? If me see certain things, you don't think me not call the police? Of course. Yeah. If me see certain things, a police may come. I don't think I'm gonna see that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see that. All right, let's continue with the. All right. Let's see here. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. I really do appreciate it, because we deal with no bad. We deal with no bad for real, for real. Now let me give you a little nugget. A certain someone from the Epstein camp was in Jamaica at the time of Jayden going missing. Papa Jesus. Oh, yo. We need help. Whoa. Oh, Ross. Just ring a bell, Hey, Jayden Jones. Okay. You see me, I tell you now. You see me, I tell you now. We don't have to agree, We just have to be civil. Because me know I've seen Jayden Jones beat me in the comment section before. Right? We don't have to. And you know what I say? A lot of the people them were used to comment a lot. Need have to block them. A lot of the people them actually show them true colors when me switch. And me say, okay, you know, have an open mind. Let me just block you and you just go about your business. Yeah, but when you just keep an open mind, even if you don't agree with me, when you can write in the comment section, be like, yeah, boss, I don't believe you're on the right track, Or if you don't want to, you can call me directly and we can talk after here. Right? Yeah, like today, I sit down and I listen to one of my subscribers. She bad like you and she say, yeah, boss. Me like you, I love you, but I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. And we talk for like 15 minutes. And then she gone and she say, I'll tune in later. Right? We don't have to agree, but we can have open dialogue. Yeah? And I can explain my position and then you explain your position. Yeah. She was like, well, me no business about no boarding pass, them guilty. Me don't want to say nothing less than guilty. Which is fine. Which is fine. Yeah. All right. I love the way you're so humble. Yeah, that is my nature. But that takes like years and years of like studying and like how to like control your emotions, you know? Yeah. Like nobody outside. Do I get mad? Will people get me mad? Possibly. But yeah, I know how to like control. Yeah. And exactly, it was alleged that the cause of a child's foot to break, now all of a sudden he's missing. Oh, yeah. It is all I know, something all right. Yeah. And that's understandably, that is very understandable. But and then you have to I look at two things, right? I look at hardcore evidence, and even before seeing hardcore evidence, I was, because even the Hitman story that came in, long time from the story started, me say, from a broken baby femur bone to a hitman. How a hitman come in at that? Normally what me know is a hitman would have come in when somebody had take a woman man. Mm-hmm. If the little boy was a girl, old enough, if you take the woman man, should have want to take him out with a hitman. That is normally what would have happened, like not for a baby, a baby. And I was like even saying like, even to come down and beat him so bad where something happened to him. May I say, I even the beat him when me I beat him, right? May I say, then you tell me say the person wouldn't calm down from the Thursday to the Friday. Because you just hear what go on and you're getting updates along the way. Why wouldn't you like calm down by then? The child is stable. They might get painkiller and all them things. Why would you not calm down? But when me see the person was not there, and me run up in at the sacrificial wall. All right, so now the family knows about his disappearance. So remember now, there's two sides of family. There is the mother side, and then there's the other side. So the first sacrifice part, like some people that I speak to about sacrifice, they'll say that some family member, a mother, a father, a guardian need to approve the sacrifice. Remember now, I say nobody approve nothing. Because somebody can track Jayden and go sacrifice them, are sacrificing for themselves. You have to be nobody a sign off nothing. So bad somebody who know about the sacrificing can go sacrifice Jayden for themselves. What a piece of madness, Panjalanya. What a piece of madness. No, sir. No, sir. People upon Jalan I play God. Mighty God. Mighty God. We need a divine intervention. Yeah, man, we need a divine intervention. We don't say people play God Panjalan. No, sir. Discernment is a must. In this case, justice for Jayden. Yes, Linda. Discernment is a must. Yes. Yard boss, why don't you take your evidence to the DPP office? Since you seem to know what happened to Jayden, playing games is stretching things out longer. This is from Sexy Saps. Me a play games? You know, hear me tell us I'm buck up in a brick wall. You know, here, I was just talking to my people them about sacrifice. Today is Good Friday. Talking about sacrifice, human versus animal. We were like focusing on Jayden Smith case, right? Sorry if you joined late, right? Yeah, I believe you joined that came in at 9 o'clock. And we started around 8:15, right? So we weren't talking predominantly on the Jayden Smith case. We just like referencing, right? As far as evidence, the evidence that I had, if I went to the DPP would have run me. Because what I was about to send to them would have run me away. Yeah. Yeah, and whatever I talk to the officer, them not have enough to bring charges to anybody. So we just hope say everybody else that is investigating the case can come up with something. Yeah. All right. Let's see this person again. Yard boss. I would wish like some of these people would just turn on them camera. Yeah, they might look at me like me is this special person. I'm just an individual, you know. Yard boss, you really want justice for Jayden? Instead of waiting for other platforms to see what you see, why not take your evidence to the DPP? This is second question for the DPP. Me tell you, say me buck up in a brick wall. Me not have nothing to bring go to the DPP. Me not have nothing to bring to the DPP. No, me not have nothing to bring to the DPP. If we call Jayden mother and tell us if we go lobby the DPP for them to investigate the case, me not have nothing to bring go to no DPP. After me never see Jayden Smith get sacrificed. If them burn Jayden Smith body not there, no evidence not there. So what you want me to do? Me don't know what you want me to do. Monday, we are go pivot, but let me tell you something. Anytime me want to talk about Jayden, me can talk about Jayden. Okay? If my people them a call me and them say them want to hear about Jayden, if me know anything else about Jayden, I'll come and talk about Jayden. All right? Are you saying you want to show that, or I guess we were talking and the question came in. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention to the question. Okay, all right, let's see. Doesn't matter. You know, God knows. Yes. Yard boss, this investigation has been going on long enough. If you have the factual evidence, why wait for others? This person keep on lamenting on me, waiting for others. Other people believe it's the family, right? Other people believe it's the family is directly involved in the disappearance. We're talking about 99% of the people, then you have to allow them to do their investigation, right? That is only fair. Allow people to do them thing. Yeah, me not have no control over that. Me just tell you, say me reach we at the brick wall when me go buck up in. And right now, me can't go no further. My buck. You are not making any sense. Jayden was not trafficked. Leave his case alone and do other stuff. You fail. Well, that is your opinion, you know, and I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna leave you alone. That is your opinion. What I would like you to do is do this, right? Turn on your camera and come and talk to the people then. Please do that instead of just typing in our comment section. Do me, I beg you. Bless your heart. One love same way, you know. Because I'm sure I failed. You might be surprised. You might be very, very surprised. Yeah. Don't make those statements unless you know me personally. All right. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Wish. So everybody who made. Oh, I can do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay. And let's see what else. Let's go up. Okay. Thank you, Lord. I could do that. Okay, we're wrapping up now. We're just going through the comments, right? I like to go through the comments. All right, let me go back down. Yeah. Okay, the family knows. Yes, just give me a second. You are not making any sense. All right. Have a good life. Have a good life. Good night, Yard Boss. I'm hoping that you will stay on the Jaden Smith case. Yeah, we'll talk about it from time to time. Like if we're covering something and I find it relevant that it may pertain to the Jaden Smith case, yes, I'll bring that in, right? But I have to listen to my subscribers too, okay? Because I told them that we hit a brick wall and they want us to talk about other topics. Like tonight, discussion was pretty good, right? We look at sacrifice. Today is Good Friday, human versus animal. Sunday coming up. I was thinking about doing something on the 10 Commandments. I'll think about that. And then Monday, we'll really switch things up, right? On Monday and start diving into our roots and our culture in Jamaica, right? Yeah, people are already calling me and they must say, "Yard boss, you need to touch on this, you need to touch on that, you need to touch on this." So I'm gonna listen to my people then, right? Yeah. Good night, Yard boss. So why did you make this big switch and gone on the family side? You are not professional, sir. Yeah, you know, Howard, right? I now understand like the public sentiment. In the heat at the moment, I think I came across as a little me switch too sudden. Yeah, me understand the public sentiment. I didn't expect the pushback in what I presented. I thought, and that's probably a misjudgment from me, right? For the past 6 months, beating the family and the people them trusting in me. And I was hoping that the trust that I built over the past 6 months would actually carry over and people would actually believe in the flight data that I presented. But my calculation was wrong. My calculation was wrong. Yeah. And I know the public is saying, so Yard Boss is saying this, right? Show me this, that, boarding pass, this, that. Me not have that. I'm not that good. Me not have that for sure, the public. Me not even didn't know when the flight reached at the gate. And the investigators go figure that out. They get bits and pieces, you know, get everything. After me not know the family then. I'm not in communication with them. If I was in communication with them, would I get boarding pass? Would I get this? Would I get that? Would I get everything? If me did have them on phone, I talk to. Would I get boarding pass? Would I get this or that? Them? Would I get that? Would I get everything? Me not know them. They probably watch me, but me not know them. Me not know them personally. Yeah, I don't know them personally. All right. Bless your heart. No personal attacks. I love you all. I love you all. Because at the end of the day, we want justice for Jayden Smith. And I just showed you the thing. See it right there, sir? See if I can add it back right to the stage. See it right there, sir? Let me bring it back up. If I was in this for money, this is what I would continue to do. You see this right here? This one video alone paid out $250. Just one video. Talking for 2 hours. If I was in this for money, I would have continued my people down the path that we was going down for the past 6 months. Would I just ignore boarding pass? Would I ignore, not boarding pass, itinerary? Would I ignore everything and just hide it and continue to beat the people them? And continue to lead you astray. Yeah. Me know some bloggers personally, you know. With the man, this a Jayden Smith case, you know. Me tell you, one of my good friend from over TikTok. I be a man is impose. The Jayden Smith, they find him alive, them this, that. Yeah. Them man, they just gimmicks out the thing. Yeah, you never see him come on live because that's just his thing. You know, him gimmicks out the thing. And people clickbait. And people go over, they go watch and this and that. Be a money he make. After the Jayden Smith case, you think him business? Him the man no business. No, him just did it. And this you only have to understand, like, this is social media. Some people are in this for the views, right? While others really and truly want justice for Jayden Smith. I believe I'm one of that person, one of them who want justice for Jayden Smith and not just in it for views. If I was in it for views, I would have continued milking. And then again, some people will say, oh, you stop because you get bigger money than what YouTuber pay you. What kind of madness that is? That the family did not strike me like nobody will live at Cherry Garden and up at Jackson. Or up at Red Hills or wherever. Up at Narbrook. No, them a humble place them live, them not have money to pay me to come off a Jayden Smith case. And no money can take me off a Jayden Smith case. Not a money. But I feel me buck up in the sacrifice. Wow. All right, so to shake my head, I can't wait for the day everything to reveal. Me too. Yeah, you may have erred your judgment, but I won't call it a lie. Okay, I don't understand what that said. Jayden said, yeah, you may have something another in my judgment, but I would not call it a lie. Yeah, you can't call it a lie because when you investigate a case, there's so much people with information, them just can't divulge it. Because if you divulge certain information, people dead. But that's all no understand, you know. Yeah. People are afraid. Yard boss, don't listen to some people. They have one track mind. Yeah, everybody comment is within reason, within reason. Yard boss, I know social media is not normal. Your skin got to be very thick. Yeah, this is mild. What you see? Mild. Me tell you, say me come from the gutter. The real trenches. over there on TikTok, the real trenches, then cross, hungry, head no good. In the 2 years we made over there, you know how much of them dead? Maybe like 5. Like 5 of them. One of them, War Cannon. War Cannon was a youth where him always a DJ. Him drop out. There's another one, Naya. You know, most know Naya. Naya was one of a popular content creator over there. Him drop out. Another youth, I don't really know him name. Yeah, but those are like the 2 notable ones who was always on the app. I always see them. You know, Naya and Warkana. Yeah, the trenches I come from, man. Real trenches over there on TikTok. I mean, I tell you, I never catch up with nobody over there, so. Yeah. When me a bill and I come up, never catch up with nobody. And I've been doing the same thing over here. Meaning like having an open mind to everybody. I mean, know some of them you they're on the street, at the street them go up. Them just a hustle. You see me? And when me pass through and me bless them up, them say, big up yourself in a yard, boss. The grimy streets. I mean, and none of them never catch up. None of them never catch up. But that is to show you the nature of this case, yeah. So when you see people call my name, that is child's play. Child's play. Child's play. Alright. The father is involved. That's why, that's what I get from Tiger Life. The father, I don't know. The father selling? I don't know. I want to this, man. I want my comments gone now. Cha-cha. Let me see if we can get back my comments. Oh, okay. Let me get back up. Yeah, me have to finish the comments then. Give me a second there. I think I'm almost done. Alright. No weapons formed against you. Alright. Unless you say, I'm so disappointed. Okay. Okay. Alright. So I reach back. Okay. So the father is out. That's okay. And then 100. And only God. Only one God, YaadBoss, these days are evil. Yeah. And it seems like when we see upon even the war with Iran and the US, it's like these people are actually studying Revelation hard. Like they really want to get to the Third World War. Now the Third World War, them say the world ever come to an end. No, them say the Third World War, and then everybody have to depend on the same monetary system. And once everybody there in this on the same monetary system, take the mark of the beast now, then you're gonna see the Antichrist. And then Jesus ever come back. I thought them are try to play out. But Iran, them have to dismantle Iran in order to get to that point, because them have to convert Iran central bank, and they're willing to mash up everything. I believe 1 or 2 of the US fighter jets got downed in Iran, so I'm not sure if that's gonna change the trajectory of the war, because if the Iranians capture that the pilot there, then they have we would say bargaining chip. They can start negotiating, All right, we will get justice for Jayden. It takes longer, but God don't work in haste. Just hope and pray. Yeah. I'm so disappointed in the Manchester Police Department and Jayden School, Manchester High. It's as if Jayden never exists to them. They were of no help and a complete waste of time. Well, yeah, I don't know. They could do more, you know. I agree they could do more. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Yes, we just continue to push on. I will never stop screaming justice for Jayden. Yeah. This case seems it will be endless. No, we really can't say that, because I can't say that. It is not a normal case. It's not a normal case. And the way it looks is, I don't even think the people them down in Manchester can solve this case. All right, clearly there was some jealousy going on with Demar towards Jayden. I don't believe the sacrifice story. Well, thing is this, right? A lot of the things that we have swirling is based on our feelings, our beliefs, right? And not based on like hardcore evidence. And there's a lot of hardcore evidence that a lot of the people them who have investigated this case have. And I am asking my audience to trust what I'm saying. Other people, they're asking their audience to trust what they're saying, right? And yeah, that's just the way it goes for now. I will just continue to pray and continue to hope and just continue to treat each other with respect, even if we disagree with each other. Even if we disagree with each other. So today is Friday night. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. I'll see you guys on Sunday. What are we going to talk about on Sunday? I don't know. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not sacrifice. Thou shalt not put anybody upon an altar and play like you're God. Put your goat or put your cow and leave the human beings them off of the altar. All right, my people. Until next time, walk good. This is your boy YaadBoss. Peace out.